Alright farmers, it's Thursday the 28th of March and we're back with some mods. So first up we've got Bunker in a Wooden Shed. This is by Agricevolution, 9.4 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll along to find it. They are 23 grand to place down, and whilst it says a bunker silo, it's not actually a bunker silo, it's just a shed. But obviously it's got the concrete walls at the bottom, so you can sort of like store loose stuff on the ground. Not a problem. I mean, it looks alright. I mean, the texture work on the wood looks ace. Yeah, simple place to store some stuff. Right, next up is Irrigation Sprinkler Heads. This is by Progar Modding, 2.31 megabyte on the download, and this is going to be one for the immersive player. Yeah, you're going to find them in a construction menu and under decorations and fences. Yeah, because that's how you're going to drag them all out. Obviously, you click them down and you drag them out like we have done here. There's a few different variations on the go. So yeah, they are just for decoration as such, as per the game. But obviously, you know, there's different versions. So we've got a 12.2 meter distance. That's between the two. Well, that's between the one and the next one. That's the first one. We then got a 18.2, which is that one. We then got a 24.2. We then got a 27.2, a 30.2, and that's your last one. So 30.2 is the biggest. So all the meterage, it's between the posts. Now obviously these don't water your crops, they're just there. But it does add to the immersiveness. Obviously we planted this field and whatever, and then we need to do a bit of fertilizing. So I've got my tractor all set up here. I've got some liquid fertilizer in. Now what these do is give you an extra challenge, because obviously you need to navigate around these sprinkler heads. So if you come up to them, you know, like that, you're just going to stop because they're in the way. Oh, that's ace. So obviously you got to be careful where you're going. So if we turn that on, and then, you know, you sort of like need to work your way around it, otherwise you're going to get caught on them, sort of like in between the fence posts, because let's face it, they are fence posts really at the end of the day for the whole game structuring. And then you need to just be careful about it. So you're going to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge. I mean, if you really want to give yourself a challenge, you go for something like we got here on the back of this massive sprayer, and go for the ones that's got the shortest distance between the two. That's going to be the biggest challenge. If you want to add a little bit more immersiveness to it, you know, you go for the bigger ones, the more spaced out ones. And I suppose it all depends on what equipment you've got. So if you've only got small equipment, you're going to go for these ones, because obviously, you know, got plenty of space in between the two. If you've got big equipment like we've got on the back of that, you're going to go for the big ones down the end. Oh, I like that. I mean, adding a bit more immersiveness to your field. Very nice. Right, next up is Modern House Set. This is by Red Phoenix, 167.72 megabyte on the download. And there is a ton to this pack. They go all the way down there, the ones in the middle as well, and that isn't just the start of it. Yeah, in the construction menu, and you're going to find them under decorations and others, because there is in total 9 different houses, load of different textures, and then a load of different versions. So in total there's 468 different houses in this pack. Yeah, I'm not going to place every one of those out. So what we've got here is a sample. So we've got one of each house. So we've got house 1 there, house 2, house 3, house 4, house 5, house 6, house 7, house 8, and then house 9. And the different variations is you've got a mirrored version. So if you go for, let's find one with a garage. If you go for this one, so like you got that set out this way. If you go for the mirrored version, you've got the garage on the other side. And obviously the plants in the windows, they get all mirrored as well, that sort of thing. Also, you've got solar panel versions and non-solar panels of the standard and the mirrored version. And then we come down to the different colours. So we've got yellow, we then got dark brick, we then got grey brick, we then got red brick, we've got dusty grey, we've also got alpine blue, we got verdigris, yeah, we'll go with that. And then we've got a pass-through on the end. Now, all of these come in solar panel and non-solar panel, and all of those come in mirrored and non-mirrored. So basically, for each house, you've got a solar panel and non-solar panel, a solar panel mirrored and non-solar panel mirrored, and then a different color version for all 4 of those for every house. That is a huge pack. I mean, they're all decorations, so you're not going to be able to put, you're not going to be able to use them as a sleep trigger unless you put like a doormat or the duffel bag down, anything like that. I mean, you could use that as a sleep trigger. But there is a ton, I mean, 167 megabyte on the download just for decoration houses. There is loads. I'll go pick your favourite. Next up is this, and it's not the shed. This is what I'm going to call an everything building, because this is addable triggers. Oh, yeah. This is by Farmer 5 Tom, 2.55 megabyte on the download, and it's basically what's inside and round the back, to be fair. So if we open up the doors like that, you get a better look. Yeah, we've got a few more things. So we've got these. The shed is the standard base game one, so not a problem. So in the construction menu, if you first go to farmhouses, and then we'll scroll back along to the first one, we've got this. Round the side is a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger by that bench. Fair enough. If we then go up to tools, we've then got the workshop trigger, which is just inside just there. If we then go up to silos, we have got 2 different versions in here, which is all. Like I say, you can make any building and everything building because it's awesome. So you've got a hayloft just there, 250,000 litre capacity. We then got a bay on pallet storage, 250 pieces just in there. Obviously, the usual shenanigans on the go. Drop them off at that icon, take them off at that icon. And then we come round the back, where it gets even more interesting because we go into productions and factories, and we'll scroll along for this one. Now, this isn't just one factory, this is pretty much every base game factory, because you can have a bakery, carpentry, cereal factory, dairy, grain mill, oil mill, grape processing unit, spinnery, sugar mill, tailor shop. Yeah, and it's these 2 hatch marking areas here. So you've got your loading in point, you've got your pallet spawn point, and then your production chain menu there. And we're not finished, because if you go to sell points, we've got 2 of those as well. So if we scroll back, there we are. So the first one there is going to be in the hatch marking area, your selling station. So that's going to be all your produced products and some stones, according to that icon, and some straw and a bit of, was it wood chips and eggs? It's all that sort of stuff. And you can sell seeds. Oh, that's all right. And potatoes in that one. And then for the grid grating, whatever you want to call it, is going to be for your crops coming out of the field. So really, you could make any building, anything. That is awesome. I mean, look, we've got sleep trigger, wardrobe trigger here, workshop trigger, bale and pallet storage, hayloft. Round the back, we've got our, did I go for dairy or bakery? I mean, it says on there, dairy. It's even got your loading inputs just there for you. When you come up to that, and it takes you straight in, and then you've got your standard options there, not a problem. And you've got your 2 sell points. This shed has now become an everything building. Oh, that is awesome. Right, next up is old fuel tanks. This is by AEN Design, 4.25 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them in a construction menu and under buildings and containers. So we've got 4 different versions here. So first off, we've got the red diesel tank on the end. We've then got a green version. We then got a new version, and then we've got an old version. I'm not quite sure what the difference between the old one and the really old one, apart from obviously the paint sort of coming off and whatever. And they're all the same as how they work. So you come into like that, refill the silo, it's a diesel, straight in, obviously take them out that side. So you just go for whichever one you want. If you wanted a bit of a battered look, you go for one of these 2. If you want a brand new one, you just started a farm up, you just moved in, go for that one. If you're sort of like midway, obviously, when you're filling up, you get a bit of diesel splashed everywhere, whatever, you go for that one. Oh, I like them. And next up is the Rolmaco U436HHP4 4.5M pack. Man, that's a name. This is by JMZ, 33.84 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under cultivators. Now, first off, we got the 4.5H. As the name would suggest, 4.5 metre working width, 195 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 8 mile an hour working speed, 17,350 to buy. You then got the option of wing shares, yes or no. Puts those on the bottom like that. You then got your main colour is blue, blue or blue. You can go for a light blue if you wanted to. Design colour is going to be black or the 3 blues. That being said though, 4.5 metres, that's not bad. I mean, that looks ace on the top. All the springs, like shock absorbers and whatever. Alright, fair enough. Now, also in this pack, we've got this. The U436 4.5H Pro. Because obviously Pro versions make everything better. 195 horsepower engine again, 4.5 metre working width again. But obviously this folds out and it's the trailed version. Yeah, so if you've got a bit of a light tractor maybe, you don't want it on the 3-point, yeah, get one of these on the go. 18,350 to buy. You then got Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein or back to Trelleborg. There's wide or standards on there. Fenders, yes or no. To put those on the back like that. Support wheels, yes or no. Put those on the bits that fold out. And then wing shares, yes or no again. And then the colour options are as before. Now this isn't the last one because we've got this. The 4.0 HP Premium. So this is slightly smaller. So 4 metre working width on this one. And that only requires 170 horsepower. 8 mile an hour working speed again. Just under 17 grand to buy. Same options as before. Wing shares on the bottom. And then the colour options. You go for whichever one you want. Yeah, they look alright. And the last mod for the day is the Lizard FK Intense Pack. This is by Black Sheep Modding, 25.25 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under fertilizer spreaders. So first off, we've got the FK 110, 15,000 litre capacity, 100 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 15 metre working width, 13 mile an hour working speed, and this is the first one, 15 metres and the first one. These are awesome. 30.5 grand to buy. You then got the wheel brands Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein or Trelleborg. Then you've got additional lights, yes or no. Puts those on the back. Beacons, type 1, 2, 3, down the back at the top there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then none. Warning triangle, yes or no. Chassis colour. Now this is going to be the chassis. Design colour is going to be those bits. Design colour again, we'll go for red, why not? Does those bits. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. So we'll go for some chromes. Oh, fair enough. Now you think this is a little bit small for you. Well, there's a couple of different versions. So we've got the FK 2200. No, not 2200. 220. Now I'll get my words out today. 22,000 litre capacity, 200 horsepower requirement, 18 metre working width, 13 mile an hour working speed, 60.5 grand. Same options as before. And then we've got an even bigger version, the 330. Ah, dear oh dear. It's got a 33,000 litre capacity, 300 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 22 metre working width. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. And you know what's ace about these? They just look brilliant. I mean, I've got the big one here. The 22 metre working width? You unfold it like that. I mean, I've got lime in the back of this. You can do solid fertiliser. There you are. Oh, it's ace. Right, so we'll turn it on. It's chucking all the stuff out the back. And then it's like spreading it along the ground. That's awesome. Oh, I like that. I mean, all three work the same. I mean, it just comes out that little chute at the back, down to the back bit, and then just like spreads it. You ever seen those people on like Facebook or whatever, where they just pour stuff onto the ground and then just scrape it along, making it all level? It's like one of those. Oh, that is awesome. We've also got 2 new maps. So we've got Lost World by Bigger Papa, 29.84 megabyte on the download. And we've got Harvest Valley by Bartsanov 3, 110.47 megabyte on the download. We've got 2 updates as well. So we've got Easy Steel Shed Set by Top Ace 888 and the Farmall 1206 by EY Modding. So that's your mods done for you. Why not go treat yourself and pick up some Andy's Farm merch? Link in the description below. And whilst you're down there, why not hit the join button? Come join us on Andy's Farm. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But from me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.